Okay, so what you're looking at here is an X terminal on my monitor, and I'm currently logged in as root. And using this IPMI tool, I'm going to now connect to server number 0. I have two servers, 0 and 1. So now I'm actually connected to server 0. I don't know how well you can see this. If I can zoom in a little bit. I can't guarantee the quality of the focus, but you can see now I've got the output of, or it's almost like if I SSH'd or Telnet or RSH'd or whatever into a computer, and now I have access to, this is the actual console of the server. So instead of my having to hook up a terminal, you know, I don't know, some LCD terminal with a keyboard and mouse plugged into the back of the machine, I've now actually logged in over the network into this machine, into my server. So I'm going to log in as root, and I'm going to reboot. So now we're in the process of going through the reboot. Now, if you notice, you can see I'm getting the system shutdown messages. So this is the actual the console output that I get from the terminal. So I'm actually seeing the full shutdown sequence of the machine as it is. And like I said, I could actually be doing this from my computer upstairs, or if I was really clever, I could do it from anywhere on the internet. Although these machines are not accessible to the internet. There's a little problem when you actually do a reboot. You have to exit this IPMI tool and then get back in again, because the serial line gets clogged up or it gets reset to an odd state. So now we're just going to wait a little bit, and you see we're actually seeing now the BIOS of my server. This is typically what you would see on your VT100 monitor, not your VT, on your console monitor, your LCD flat screen or whatever. And then in a second here you'll see the grub screen pop up. There's a timeout here we have to wait for. And we're waiting. Yes, I know this is kind of boring. You gotta wait a couple more seconds. And there it is. Okay, so now there's grub asking for some input. So there I am now with the grub interface. And now I'm going to boot my Red Hat Linux. And as you can see now, you see the full output of the boot sequence of the console. So in a second here, you'll see it go through its services startup. And there she goes. So now it's going through, checking the file systems, starting up all the services. And again, this is the stuff that you would see on your console monitor. But I'm actually being able to see this effectively on a different computer, but I've connected to my console over the serial over LAN IPMI interface. And now I've got full control of my computer. I can cycle the power, and I can do other sort of remote control operations. And I, in theory, should never have to come down here to the basement again. So that is a demonstration of IPMI at its full glory. It took about a solid day. Oh, let me hold on. Let me stop this. And okay, so that's just want to summarize this whole setup. It took about a day of solid poking around on the system, rebooting about, I don't know, a gazillion times. I had a hard time getting the BMC, this onboard computer, properly configured. Because I wasn't sure how to set up or which network output it was actually connecting to. These motherboards have two NIC cards. They have two gigabit Ethernet interfaces, and I didn't know which one of the two the single board computer would be talking to. Well, it turns out it talks to both of them, and that just added to the confusion. The other thing is I had a hard time with the just trying to tell if it was active or if it was up. I couldn't ping the interface, and it turns out that you need to manually manipulate the ARP tables, put a permanent entry into the ARP tables for these devices, because they don't broadcast their MAC addresses or their IP addresses, the ARP protocol or whatever it is. So anyway, so I had to struggle through that, and then I had to struggle through trying to figure out how to get all the console redirect output to the serial output and so on. But it's all done, and it works. What I'll do next is I'll try to put together a quick how-to, or a video how-to on what exactly I did, the various steps. There are about, I would say, maybe between 5 and 10 steps, which I can list concisely of what I did to get this all up and running. And if you're interested, pop on to the next YouTube video to check it out. Okay, well, this is Sayonara from Steve's Basement, wrapping up on the IPMI project that I have undertaken this weekend. It's let's see, what is today? Today is December 6th. What day is it today? Sorry, it's Sunday, December 7th, 2008. All right, see you later.